Hi, Shaunna. Thank you so much for being here today. I am so excited about what we're going to talk about because we're going to talk about two of my favorite things, food and Jesus. So thanks for being here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks so much.
Yeah, well, it's been kind of an interesting year, all being cooped up, and many of us are realizing the impact that it's had on our mental health. So, as a culinary nutritionist, you believe that mental health is just as important as physical health. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, given the amount of stress that we've gone through over the past year and a bit, what it does to our body, stress is one of the number one causes for sickness and disease. So if we don't get our stress under control and our mental health, we can't be as healthy as we should be. And stress causes brain fog, it causes fatigue, it can cause depression. So it's really important to get our stress and our mental health in check. And one of the most important ways, easiest ways we can do that is through food and through nutrition.
Yeah, now you have some brain boosting foods that you'd like to champion. So maybe help some of our viewers. What are those brain boosting foods that we can eat that will help our mental health and physical health?
Yeah, absolutely. So, brain boosting foods typically are very high in omega-3 fatty acids. And a deficiency in omega-3 can cause brain fog and fatigue and all the things I mentioned before that deal with stress. So, they really go hand in hand.
Hmm.
So, some of the top foods that I wanted to talk about, salmon is number one. No surprise there. Salmon is very high in DHA and EPA, omega-3 fatty acids. And studies have shown there's a big connection between increased levels of depression and a deficiency in omega-3. And even with our kids, it's so important for children to be getting these omega-3 fatty acids as well.
Right.
There have been many studies that have shown children that are deficient in omega-3 are hyperactive, can have behavioral problems and learning disorders. I mean, it's not easy all the time to feed our kids what we want them to eat. They might not want to eat that delicious salmon that you just served them. So even a good quality cold pressed fish oil, 1 teaspoon a day for your kids is perfect.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think you're right. It's often easy to take the easier way and just give processed foods. But you're
yes.
recommending that if we can really do some of the research around some of these foods that will help boost our immune systems in the long run, even though your kids may resist it, it's way better for them. So,
Absolutely.
what are some simple tips that you have for maybe recipes, how people could incorporate some of these good foods into their regular diet?
Yeah, well, on top of salmon being number one, salmon once a week, just some nice baked salmon with some olive oil, little red onion, capers, lemon juice, garlic. Really simple. You don't have to go too crazy with it because good quality salmon has so much flavor as it is. But next to that are flax seeds, and flax seeds are have the highest concentration of ALA, omega-3 fatty acid, and ALA is the plant-based omega-3, whereas EPA and DHA come from fish.
Hmm.
So if you are vegan or vegetarian and you don't eat fish, plant-based omega-3 is a great way to boost that as well. With flax seeds, you can put in your smoothies, sprinkle it on your cereal or oatmeal. One of my favorite ways to incorporate flaxseed is in bacon. So I use what's called a flax egg. So 1 for 1, instead of using eggs in my baking, 1 tablespoon of flax meal soaked in 3 tablespoons of water for just a few minutes will give you that gelatinous appeal that an egg has, and that's how you can incorporate that into your baking.
I love that. Now, you also mentioned some fruits, like blueberries are also really good, right?
Yeah, so blueberries not just high in omega-3s, but they're very high in antioxidants, which is no surprise there. And antioxidants help reduce the oxidative stress on our brains. So that's a really, really good fruit. And I don't know about you, but blueberries are one of my favorite fruits.
Yes.
That on my granola every morning is my favorite thing. And a good handful of blueberries as well. And that the antioxidants in that can actually help reduce the effects of degenerative conditions such as dementia.
Now, one of the things that I find surprising, and it's common and we can access it all the time, is water. Like, what is the benefit of just water in your
Yeah,
regular routine?
number one brain boosting food or liquid, water, of course.
Yeah.
Bodies are made up of water. So without water, our brain can't function properly because dehydration causes our brain to shrink, which leads to depression, brain fog, fatigue, a lot of those things that we deal with on a day-to-day, especially around that midday hump. Sometimes if you're feeling like that, check your water levels. See, have I had my, minimum 2 liters for the day, up to 3 liters is really where we should be aiming. And a good tip, what I like to do is I keep a tall glass of water by my bed at night, about 500 mils. So first thing in the morning, what I do before I even get out of bed, I drink about half of that. And then as I'm getting ready, as I'm, brushing my teeth or in the shower, or maybe not in the shower, but before or after my shower, I'll be drinking that glass of water. And my goal is to have that glass of water finished before I've even had breakfast. So that's a quarter of your water intake right there before breakfast time.
Well, that is so helpful. Thank you for taking time. So tonight I'm going to eat salmon with some salad with flaxseed in it, blueberries for dessert, and chase it all down
Perfect.
with water. Thank you so much for helping us today. You've made us better. Thank you.
Amazing.
We'll be
Thank
right
you.
back.